Justin, I mean, where'd you start with a game like that? It had pretty much everything today, didn't it? But such fighting spirit shown from your side, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I said to them before the kick-off. I said, look, we've got our ass spanked last week. I just want you to give me some art commitment for the fans, for the supporters, for the club, and for yourselves, really. And as you say, you saw we got that. If I'm honest, I did think when it was 11 versus 11, it was probably even. Maybe Cheshunt might have shaded it a little bit. But I thought we made that 10 men, we absolutely bossed the game, bossed it. And yeah, then you think if you had 11, would you have won it? But probably because we went down to 10 men, a draw was a fair result. But if we had 11 on the pitch, I think we would have won the game quite comfortably.
The first half seemed to ride on two refereeing decisions. The first one was the 2-3 lunge on Danny Hopkins. I mean, I could see you behind the camera. You thought that was a red, didn't you?
Well, as I walked around the other side to go and talk to my fullback, I wanted to give him some information. I was right close to it, in line with the liner with it, and I knew the line. I was saying to the players, tell the ref to speak to the liner, because I'm telling you, the liner would have sent him off. Would have told her to send him off. It was dangerous. He was off the floor with 2 feet. For Hopper to go down, you've been here long enough. Hopper don't go down. And took Hopper a long time to get up. He couldn't run it off. He's one of the players that will play with a broken leg, and he got hurt, and he probably won't play now for a week or two. You know what I mean? So how that won a red card was diabolical. Spoke to the ref at half time. He held his hands up and said, from his view, he thought it was a 50-50, but he should have listened to the liner. He didn't, and that is frustrating. Then I think, was it 5 minutes later, our player gets sent off. I never saw it. Spoke to the player. He's admitted that he did retaliate. So we can't argue with our red card.
But despite that, as you mentioned, despite the fact you were down to 10 men, you pretty much controlled the game. It was only those two headers that you struggled with. I mean, the fighting spirit, like I said from last week, must be fantastic.
Oh, and that's all I asked for my boys. I said to them, like, give me everything, work hard, close down, support each other, and that's all I ask. And as you said, it was there in abundance today, and I'm very pleased. It felt like a win, if I'm honest with you, being down to 10 men for so long, and to score the equaliser in the last kick of the game. Dramatically, it felt it's a good point. It was a good point in the circumstances, especially after last week, especially going down to 10 men. So it's a good point, and more so, I'll be looking to build on the performance of the players, and hopefully we can kick on.
Talk us through that, the last sort of 30 seconds to a minute or so. When that guy's clean through on goal, you must have thought it was over then,
yeah,
surely.
I thought. Well, what I thought is the guy's lobbed it into empty net. He's just going to score a goal. It would have been 4-2. The game's over. And then I see their striker, who happens to be their manager, running and tapped it in, which I thought was crazy. I'll be honest with you, most liners wouldn't have gave it because they would have thought the goal is going in, but the law is, he's offside. So, obviously a silly decision on their part, but obviously he was happy for us because we went up there and equalised.
Yeah, and Petr Elby worked particularly hard up front on his own when we had 10 men. And to get that equaliser right at the end was just rewards.
Yeah, well, Aaron's got to play a massive part. He's come on. He said to me, come on, Gaff, I'm coming on for 5 minutes. I said, look, go and play a part. That's what I asked you to do. After the game, I said, what did you do when you got on? You set up the equalising goal. You played your part. So happy days, yeah. Pat was awesome today. Worked his socks off. I thought Sam Molle was good. I thought Teddy Nesbitt was good in centre mid. He's been screaming to me to give him a chance in there, and he scored 1 goal. So can't really argue with that. I said before the game, I said to the players, they're going to go on our right back because he's small with their height, and that's what they've done. I'm disappointed that they've got away with it twice. First time, you should learn from it. 2 identical goals from them. But yeah, apart from that, I think we was much better team. But yeah, I'm happy because we've not lost the game and we can build it.
What do you make of Cheshunt's tactics? They were quite rough and also quite theatrical at times. What did you make of their players today?
Well, I don't really. It's not my job to criticise their players. That's up to their manager. What I will do is say the referee, I don't think had control of the game. I think they've walked off with 6 men, yellow card. They've had a man sent off in the last minute of the game. How their number 6 has stayed on the pitch is beyond me. It's amazing. He's swore at the liner in front of me. All I said to the liner is that, liner, you're not going to report to the ref. He's like, it's up to me, it's my decision. But it's consistency, because I'll go and swear at the ref next week. I'll 100% guarantee I'll get sent off. So I'm just looking for consistency from the referees. I don't think he had control of the game. Yes, the players probably didn't help in terms of being overreactive. There was one time I saw one of their centre-backs go down in the box and he's trying to make out Junior's hit him when Junior was nowhere near him. Junior's walked past him. So they had a tactic to come and get our best player sent off. They've targeted Nathan early doors and they tried to get Junior sent off. I'm very pleased for Junior that he kept his head, because Junior doesn't normally retaliate. And it was. Don't like to see tactics like that in football. I like the game to be one of the best team playing football, and like I said, I think it was spoilt. But then the referees got to be big and strong and brave enough to take control of the game and stop them from doing it. Like we were trying to take free kicks, they got players holding it, walking away with the ball, booting it over the bar. You know, like I think a game a few weeks ago, we tried to stop someone taking a quick free kick, we get bookings. It's just frustrating because if it's one rule for everyone, I will live with that. You know what I mean? But it's not one rule for everyone, and that's what I find frustrating.
And on Monday, it seems like every week I'm asking that we're going to play East Thurrock on Monday, and it never seems to happen. But you're looking forward to taking them on Monday night?
Yeah. Again, it's a challenge for the boys playing against a Ryman's Prem team. Make no doubt about it, East Thurrock are favourites. They will be coming here as favourites, but normally we do quite well in those situations. And if the boys take the character they've done today with 10 men and with 11 men, we'll run them close. If we don't and we play like we did last Saturday, we could be on the end of a hiding. It depends what kind of team turns up. I'm hoping after today we're buzzing. You can see it was like a win at the end. We were celebrating, and hopefully come Monday we'll give East Thurrock a good game. What I will guarantee to be goals, because they're scoring goals for fun, we're scoring goals for fun, both conceding goals for fun, so there will be goals. I can bet him man it won't be 0-0.
And then next week, a huge game away at Haybridge Swiss. They're flying at the moment, aren't they? They beat VCD, first team to beat VCD this season. It's going to be a tough test at their place, isn't it?
Before the season started, my tip was to win the league, taking ourselves out of it. I said Haybridge because they retained their whole squad and added quality to it. They started slow, so people might thought, "Well, what you predicted was wrong." But they had a few of their best players injured. For me, they'll definitely finish in the playoffs. They're a strong team. Got top goal scorer in their league, who's turned down numerous clubs in the summer to play much higher. Be a tough game. Again, our record against the big teams is quite good, and so-called big teams. It's the teams at the bottom that we struggle against.